What, we need access credentials now? Enough of this. Let's just start killing. Far simpler.
Now to find the rift modulator. I estimate there's a 73.47%
That's pretty cool, though, Green.
Disciplinary action.
Also, what is it with all you motherfuckers who like to fucking, and march? Like, or is that more... No, that's like march fucking. That means you like to fucking march, right? So...
Are you actually authorized? Come here a moment. Be wary. I've heard there's an intruder aboard. Ah, I suppose that could be you. Forgive me. I'm still a little addled from my last refreshment. I'm going to set off an alarm, okay?
False alarm is sprat gnawed through some wires. They need to get to the rift chamber to fix it.
I was under the impression we'd purged all the sprat. Chief Scientist Montserrat is in the rift chamber. I'm sure he'd be pleased to help you find the little culprits. What security's become awfully stringent.
Where's this biological sample?
Yeah.
Because if you could see, like, Thanksgiving birthdays would be more Valentine's Day fucking, right? Or am I just completely thinking about it wrong?
Go about your business. Go about your business. Or do not.
What'd you say? Shit, way early. Okay.
Return to your work, my fellow subject.
Return to your work, fellow subject.
Warning. Unit not rated. Nice weather we have been having. Or not having. Goodbye. Good
Modulator is a bit too large for us to be absconding with it, Commander.
I just received word that you were here to fix something. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you.
I need to access the rift modulator urgently. Can you help?
Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait.
At least answer this. The IRC had some trouble findings regarding raw data and rifts. Can you verify them?
The IRC? I did not realize you were a colleague of sorts. We haven't shared much of our findings with your branch, I'm afraid. But our results do match. Raw data from whatever a rift engulfs is preserved, yes, but the essence of a thing is not. Like a sense of self, for example, is lost forever.
So you're saying you're unable to extract the perfect essence that the rift converts matter into?
Not exactly. The going theory was that we could purge defects from the data. But it's futile. I've proven that we cannot edit data in any form, but the console no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. but I doubt he will pay it much mind.
Report that contains information on constructing rift modulators, you say?
Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good.
I could bring the report to the council. He'll listen to me.
It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It'll allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him, because if you don't, we're all dead.
Last question. Where's the modulator being operated?
Deck up in the control room. The console is the only one who has a means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences.
No shit, Sherlock.
The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Schematic secured. These rift coordinates are deep into unexplored space. That contradicts most rift causation theories, or hints at more troubling implications.
We can concern ourselves with that later. First, let's find the console.
That is pretty funny, Dream. Like, why are you motherfuckers doing this to us? Just knocking the kid over.
Your punctuality is as commendable as ever. How did you fare in securing the rift modulator?
Well, we will only secure it when we kill the console.
An allowable outcome, to be sure. Did you find anything else of note?
Apparently, rifts have been found in space where humanity has never been. Ruth, still with me?
When one learns information that rattles their understanding of the universe, one may take a moment to consider the gravity of said information. We know that rifts are only caused by skip drives, so if they are appearing in non-colonized space, then this is truly momentous. It proves definitively that life did not originate on Earth, and may, in fact, exist elsewhere in other forms.
Honestly, I really don't give a shit. Just thought you'd like to know.
Yes, dear. I understand this is all over your head and a little bit scary. Don't you give these troubling implications another thought. Just leave it to your auntie to mull over.
I concur. This is a discussion for later, with laureates in attendance. For now,
she's
we
gonna
must
end up being the final
confront
boss,
Council
isn't
before
she?
we
I don't
wrest
know.
that future away forever. He is just through those doors. I have run the numbers, and should you wish to negotiate with the Consul, you must be strategic. He will not react well to a direct attack on his character or methods early on.
Nothing gives a bigger thrill than breaking someone's
Then I
spirit.
look forward to watching you sate yourself.
I might tread a mite lightly, dear. If I know the consul's type, and I do, his ego can take only so many hits before his guns do the talking. Simply goading may not be ideal.
We didn't come all this way to negotiate. If he won't stand down, there are other ways, which I prefer, to be frank.
You should take this time to prepare. Replenish your supplies. Explore your environment for any advantages. Consider what options you may have in the event negotiations fail. And if there is anything more you need to say to me or your companions, I encourage you to divest yourself of these diversionary thoughts while you still can.
I don't really need anything else.
Redactor Essman. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat. This will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy. No need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may
Train's
need
like,
our
yeah, give me
own
the cash,
version of
bitches.
their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new
A
way
hint of an
thinking.
idea.
A new model of society.
The possibility of the plans of an idea. The concept of an idea. Giggity.
See, you look frazzled, troubled by your own thoughts. Why don't you report to mental refreshment? My staff will personally see to your well-being.
The distinguished presiding bishop herself has deigned to join us. What a charming surprise.
Don't overlook the main attraction, dear. I even wore my finest battle attire.
I might have known you'd conspire with our enemy and lead some foolhardy crusade against me. Loyalty has eluded you for years, after all. Sentinels, if you would.
Forming an alliance was necessary to combat the irrationality of your foolish endeavor. Those who fail to show reason do not deserve to lead this colony. Now, stand down.
I will not. I am saving this colony from itself and ridding it entirely of traitors and trespassers like you.
Did you also claim you were saving the Sovereign when you stabbed him in the back?
Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not?
Try that line somewhere else. You're not my first slimy politician.
I don't doubt that, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal.
And also my breaking and entering skills. You really ought to beef up security, by the way.
Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously tampered with our Vox relay on Paradise Island. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again.
Meddling in affairs is my life's passion and also my job.
For all your bluster, you seem more concerned with running your mouth than improving your performance in the field. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
Greater Tranquility Station was a test?
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend.
Go ahead, enlighten me.
Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
I already know the Matrix didn't invent skip drives. Why is that relevant?
Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
I know you think that your plan is the right one, but you'll reconsider if you hear me out.
It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on. Tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner, seeing it carried out.
That's a lie. The Sovereign never wanted this. You've perverted his plan.
Do not presume to tell me what is or isn't the truth. I was advisor to the original Sovereign. I know the mind of a true leader. This is the path Henry should have taken.
You two argued over what to do with the rift modulator. He was acting out of love, not power.
Yes, of course we argued over methodology. Henry was always too stubborn, too focused on the past to understand the opportunity before him. I regret that he had to make such a difficult choice. that one of the matriarch's heirs is not guiding us. But he needed to look beyond himself, like I am doing now.
No, you tricked him into destroying his own mind. I found him at Placid Waters.
You just come and go as you please, do you? I ensured he would have a handler by his side if any assistance was needed. And I understand that it is, which is regrettable. But fulfilling the Architect's plan is worth the cost. Henry would agree. The people would agree.
Silly. Oh, please, you'd have killed him if you could have gotten away with it.
Tell me, do you have anything other than wild speculation at your disposal?
It's futile. You're losing the support of your people, and there's no one doing that.
Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order. But can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already in the seas of war with the weight of their inaction around our necks.
Reality would dispute that fact, given that it is I who has invaded your sanctum, and not the other way around. The Order has always been the Protectorate's more capable half.
I can scarcely recognize the bishop standing in front of me. To think that I welcomed your ascension all those years ago. Orla was at least amenable, moldable, teachable. But you've been nothing but disappointment. You're so busy chasing figments of the future, you don't even know they're leading you off the side of a cliff.
This sounds oddly personal.
To a man of such expansive pride, all perceived slights become personal. Recall, Emery, that we once worked together toward the same aims. You made us enemies when you started down this unconscionable deviation from what is best for Arcadia.
I will not be blamed for your treacherous actions. A true Protectorate subject knows that adhering to the Sovereign's words is what's best for Arcadia. And you were never true. The same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must cast them off straight away. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, I will have them forever.
You'd be a fool to write off the centers. They won't hesitate to hit you where it hurts.
For every traitor in our midst, thousands of loyalists remain. If anyone attempts to move against me, they are merely announcing themselves as the chaff to be cut. And they promptly will be.
Have you forgotten that you've alienated the Arbiters?
You'll note that all the brightest, most efficient Protectorate minds were assigned to the Sentinels to ensure the history of Arcadia is not sullied. But the Arbiters, they've quite outlived their usefulness. Just one more thing I intend to fix. The people will understand in time. They only care that they are provided for.
Let's talk about your plan to save Arcadia. You've got to know it's doomed to fail.
So you say. But you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Madness is rarely apparent to one in its throes. I wonder, would you even be capable of hearing facts if we offered them?
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore
There's a
this
Tomb Raider
colony
show?
to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us.
But you won't be saving this colony. Everything reconstituted will be brought back wrong.
And what is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim?
Look at this report from your chief scientist. You are losing control of the rift.
I see. Well, the man was always a cynic. I find that attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale might. One data point means little. The Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power. Nothing you claim can disprove everything that points to this reality.
I've seen the Matrix writings. You have no idea what she envisioned.
I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate or any other interloper to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly, if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours and rewrite history to suit your own aims.
No, the Matrix son rewrote history. He betrayed her wishes, and this is the result.
No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was a stalwart protector of Arcadia to the end. We could all see his devotion. If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the Matriarch's work.
Yep, and you're just as guilty as Reuben.
I do not dismiss that I was complicit. It was my duty to guide him to the best of my ability. But surely it cannot be possible that I've gotten this wrong. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. It doesn't matter what you bring before me. I stand firm in the knowledge that I am following the grand plan, and that I will be vindicated.
You will not be vindicated if you kill millions of your people, Consul. You can still do the right thing.
And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary.
If you're wrong, you will destroy everything you claim to love. Nothing is worth that risk.
Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then now I see why you are against me so. But you are wrong about the risk. We are losing this war. It is inevitable. The victors will brutally subdue us until we become corrupted. Until we forget our principles, our history, the very core of who we are. It is better that we perish together as proud Protectorate, proud Arcadians. Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that, is it not love?
You dare call that love after what you did to the Sovereign and so many others?
Do you think I found pleasure from the pain I've wrought? No! I've only done what I must. A child, a society, cannot grow into its potential without firm correction. I would die to see that the Protectorate's legacy would not be tarnished. Just as I would die for its promise to be fulfilled, and its subjects to live in peace.
If you mean that, now's your chance. Lay down your pride for your people's survival.
Just moments ago, I would have said that without their shepherd, there is no hope for the flock. But I am no shepherd, am I? Perhaps I am one who must make way for the future, whatever it may be. Though how I may at this stage, I cannot say. The rift modulator is working at pace to... What? Oh, by the Matriarch. It seems we have a problem. The rift has... well, it has nearly destabilized completely. And the modulator cannot close it in its current state from a safe distance. Destruction of Arcadia is imminent. Architect, help us.
Nonsense, there must be a way.
There is. Though, given your tenacity in preventing bloodshed, I don't believe you'll appreciate it. A chance yet remains. We must bring the modulator as close to the rift as possible. However, when the rift folds in on itself, this ship and its operator will not survive.
Looks like you're about to get everything you wanted. Condolences. I'm sure they'll build a nice statue in your honor.
Death would be almost instantaneous for the operator in question.
Let me be clear. I am not placing this burden upon your shoulders. This was my doing. And so it is my responsibility to set things right. I will give you time to vacate the ship. When you are clear, I will fly it into the rift myself. You are right. Arcadia will find its way without me.
It's the least you could do, saving us from this mess.
Think what you wish of me, but this is my responsibility. And that is something I will never shirk from.
And I'm going with him. I am owed an existence in perfection after all I've done.
Not a chance in this void. In the void.
What was it all for, if not this, damn it? I want to see the far side of existence with more than my eyes. I want to feel the cosmos with more than my fingers. This is my chance to be part of something beyond the drudgery of existence. A part of everything.
No.
I need this.
Fine, do whatever makes you happy, I guess.
I won't forget this, Commander. Whatever's left of me on the other side will be forever grateful. You ready? No backing down now.
And so I must contend with the beast of my own making. Now go. We will see this work done.
I hope this is everything you dreamed of, Asa, and thank you.
Thanks, Commander. Deep down, everyone dreams of total self-annihilation and ascension to a higher form of being. They're just too repressed to realize it.
He can jump in a rift for all I care. You, I admit, I'll miss. Don't tell anyone.
Let's get on with it then.
When the Consul was faced with the undeniable errors in his logic, he chose to save Arcadia by closing the rift himself. He died hoping his sacrifice might make up for the disastrous decisions he had made. Asa, on the other hand, was beyond such pedestrian concerns of right and wrong. She was going to merge with perfection, and she couldn't have been happier. Thanks to the Commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox Station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine DeVries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He had his work cut out for him. Anti-Directorate sentiment swelled following Zebulon Tran's release of the agency's skip drive agreement with the Protectorate, an agreement that had enabled the Protectorate's worst authoritarian impulses. Niles' association with Tran limited his opportunities for promotion. Although he never rose higher than the Chief of Special Operations, the position still allowed him to leave a meaningful impact on the agents serving under him, which suited Niles just fine. After leaving the commander's crew, Inez became racked with guilt for never following up on the plea from her friend Ortiz. She tracked down the grafting lab too late. Everyone there was long dead. Disillusioned, Inez quit Auntie's Choice and became listless, unsure what to do with her life. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Ruth Bassar proceeded to interface with the archive, an agonizing process that clawed away her lifespan. The archive computed that she was mistaken to compromise with the corporatists. To advance the plan, she needed to destroy them from within. So she proceeded to do just that. She had only been using the corporation for its logistical infrastructure. Auntie herself and at least some of her top executives needed to cease existing in Arcadia, either via assassination or skip drive-assisted exile. Bassar stripped the power from the corporatists in subtle ways, until it was too late for them to stop her. Yet it remained unclear how long the Order could sustain its dominance once Ruth Bassar passed on to become one with the equation. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. With its reputation tarnished by its well-publicized agreement with the Protectorate, the Earth Directorate was on its back foot in negotiations to purchase skip drives from the new leadership of Arcadia. The release of the skip drive schematics to the public domain resulted in new and exciting opportunities for independent manufacturers. However, unchecked use of the drives would ultimately lead to an even greater proliferation of rifts, once again imperiling the galaxy. Fortunately, the Order stepped in. Leveraging their partnership with Auntie's Choice, the Order sold rift modulators to all skip drive manufacturers for a modest price, thus preventing another outbreak of rifts, while Auntie's Choice made a tidy profit. The rifts across Arcadia and beyond were soon closed. Trade quickly resumed, with Auntie's Choice handling logistics. Yet, more than just goods and resources traveled the re-established trade routes. The Order's version of scientism spread as well. Many colonies stabilized, many thrived, and some even rose to an Arcadian level of prosperity. But there are still some that have never been heard from. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, And to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Yeah, y'all. Whee! I like this game. It still had issues, but... And the factions were all annoying. Like, there wasn't a single faction I was like, I love these guys. Nope. Nope. Is that on Netflix stream? Oh, you said on Netflix. Yeah, okay, cool. Pretty fun game, though. Probably gonna be a short stream, and we'll start Resident Evil on Saturday. Starting with Resident Evil 0. I have a whole playlist of, like, the correct order to play them. So, this is the order from what I could tell. Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Code Veronica 4, Revelations 5, Revelations 2, and I'm not playing 6, and then Biohazard, Shadows of Rose DLC, and after 8. I wonder if I could play Code Veronica on a PS5. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but maybe. Yeah, but they have it. I was playing on a PlayStation 4, Kel, and I don't think I could play it on. That's why. Yep, I won. I'm gonna start Resident Evil 0 on Saturday to do a playthrough before Resident Evil 9 comes out in February. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wrap up like an hour early because there's no reason to play anything else. Probably go raid DP because he's watching the Game Awards anyways. I wish the level cap was higher. That would have got me doing more side quests. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like, if I was going back and, like, whatever, if I would pay $70 for this, but, like, it's definitely worth, like, it's definitely a pretty good game. I mean, not the best game of the year, but... Yep, they tried, Kel. Definitely not worth $80. It just shows people revolting works, Kel. Development weddings, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Damn. Development babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Damn. Yeah, Nintendo does whatever the fuck they want, Kel. I still don't get it, man. There are, like... Nothing is on Switch 2 besides that Donkey Kong game. Like, even the Mario Kart game they shit on. There's no new Mario game on that system. Like... to be fair... But, like, the Switch is the only exclusive system anymore, right? Like... If you don't buy a Switch, you don't get Nintendo games. Like, they're never going to come to PC, unlike Sony and Xbox, right? Like, Xbox doesn't have any exclusive games. Like, there isn't a single Xbox game you can't play on the PC. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Kel, I have a PS5 buyer's remorse, dude. I haven't played a game on that thing since Spider-Man 2 came out. There's been nothing on that system that has, like... The new Ghost game I would probably have bought, but like It's gonna be on PC. It's not even that, Kel. It's a system where they have no new games on it. Like, that Donkey Kong game is great, but like, man, I don't play that shit. I'm not a fucking like, I don't know, man. I barely played my Switch. Outside of like Mario Kart. Dude, the PS5 barely has anything on it. Like, yeah, man. And this is like, I played a lot of console games, like between Xbox 360 and PS4. Yeah. I play my what do you call it? Steam Deck when I'm around my house when I travel, but like, yeah. People are saying they enjoy it. It's just, it doesn't sound like amazing like the other ones are supposed to. I've never played I was just talking about this on yesterday or a couple days ago, Cal. I've never played a Metroid game. So. I hate, like, it got 7 and 8s, so it's supposed to be a good game. It's just not supposed to be like an amazing game, you know what I mean? Dude, I haven't been able to play the last two. Like, I tried playing Breath of the Wild. The fucking weapon stuff in eating, I was like, I fucking hate this. I hated it. Those two things alone made me not want to play that game. Like, the last Zelda game I played, and I didn't even beat it, was the Twilight Princess. I did, Pug. Saturday morning, I'm starting Resident Evil 0, Pug. Doing a series playthrough before Resident Evil 9 comes out. My favorite series of all time, so yeah. So Resident Evil 0 is Saturday morning. It is. Billy! Dude, the inventory system in that game is bad. Bad. People complain about the boxes, man, but you play Resident Evil 0 and you're like, what the fuck is this? It's bad. B-A-D, bad. I'm skipping Resident Evil 6 this time. I hadn't ever played it the last time I did a playthrough of the series before 8 came out. Nope, not doing that again. 6 is not getting played. Yeah, it didn't work very good at all, Kel. I played it with what was his name? Aqua Dragon? Reese's boyfriend or partner. And we had fun playing it together, but I would never play that game by myself. Fuck that, man. I didn't hate 5. A lot of people hate 5 for some reason. I guess because it's so much action-y and you got Chris punching boulders, but I was talking about 5 in the boulders. Yeah, that was 5. 6 is the one that's just ass, and ass. I liked it. It wasn't great, Kel, but I liked it. Yeah. I keep hearing rumblings that... Yeah, I did. I played 6 with someone. I played 5 and 6 with someone. The same guy, Pug. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way that game is playable, dude. It's so bad, but like if you play it with someone, it's funny because you're both laughing at it. Oh, I'm just playing 5 by myself, Pug. I don't have anybody to play it with. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Dude, these credits are so long. They're so long. Like, I beat the game like 20 minutes ago, I think it was. I thought I was almost done when it started giving me the fucking deaths and births and weddings, and nope. I don't mind. Like, I'm not even trying, Pug, because I, like, yeah. I haven't seen her type anything in a while. She probably went to bed. It's the middle of the night in France. And she's beating it herself, Pug. Yeah, I liked it. It kind of went where I was expecting with a lot of the stuff. I don't know. I don't, like, my problem is with these games is, like, they'll leave a lot of the story stuff in, like, fucking data pads and shit. And I don't read that stuff because it just fucking it bores me, really. I want the story presented to me in the game, you know what I mean? But still really liked it. Come on, game. You can do it. You can do it. It does, man. And by the time I'm streaming most days, I've been like working all day, and so I'm like, I'm tired, like, of concentrating. I'm like, just read to me or give me dialogue. I'm not gonna read everything. Fuck that. Which is why I don't play a lot of text games. Hi, Zelda. You wanna watch the end of the credits? Come here. Come here. Zelda, come here. Good girl. Ugh! Pool credits. What do you think, Zelda? What's the Wookiee think? What's the Wookiee think? Exactly, Pug. I want to play that Terminator 2 game that's coming out. I think it comes out tomorrow, actually. It looks cool. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. Yeah. What do you think, Zelda? Would you like a treat?